TJ Carey, probably, possibly, arguably the best corner forward of all time in hurling. And there he is out on the field here at IT Carlow. He's been here for a while actually with this team, trying to get them over the line, trying to get them to win an Electric Ireland Fitzgibbon Cup. That's why he's got the colours on the bobble hat there. And in fact, there's no bobble on it, it's just a hat, but you know what I mean. He's out there being very calm at the minute. They've been to 2 finals in the last number of years, and they're hoping that this could be their year, especially as it's been hosted right here at IT Carlow. But tonight they are up against the team, the club, the university that has won the most Fitzgibbon Cups. They have won 40. IT Carlow have won none. That's the difference in the tradition anyway. But the teams out there are, I imagine, will be evenly matched. And of course there is UCC, the skull and the crossbones, the famous crest on the front of the jerseys there. What a tradition. 40 Fitzgibbon Cups. And of course that's where the cup came from. Dr. Edwin Fitzgibbon was a professor of philosophy at UCC, and he was also a Capuchin friar, and he donated most of his annual salary to buy the cup way back in 1912, and they're still playing for it in 2022. So UCC certainly have the history, but tonight it's all about this night. Quarterfinals, knockout. We are down to the last 8 in the Electric Ireland Fitzgibbon Cup. John Granger I see out in front there. He's the Games Development Officer. I think that's his title anyway at UCC. Or look, he's just Mr. UCC GAA. Everybody in higher education knows about that. We're under lights here in the university. Fantastic setting. Big crowd in the stand. Great atmosphere. Poised for this game. And the referee is out there. Waterford man Thomas Walsh from 4 Mile Water, and his standby referee is Paul O'Dwyer from Carlow, and on the line there's David Hughes from Carlow. They are getting ready. We're a little bit late starting with this one. Not quite sure why. I imagine UCC were maybe a little bit late getting here. Captain's now going out into the middle, and it's Podge Delaney for IT Carlow. He is the number 3 for them from the Harps in Laois. So he is the captain there, whereas UCC, the captain is number 2, Jerome Boylan from Napirsig in Limerick. And he's not alone, because Napirsig Limerick also have Conor Boylan, the number 10, and William Henn, the number 11. And not to be confused, Dara Connery, number 7 for UCC, is from Napirsig, Cork. So 3 from Limerick, 1 from Cork in the UCC 15, or at least that's the 15, the 1 to 15 we were given. I'm not sure that's exactly how they are going to line up, but we will see in the next few minutes. IT Carlow are out there in a huddle while UCC are warming up. Just to make it clear for you, by the way, we will go through the teams as I have them, but the quarterfinals tonight, this is IT Carlow against UCC. Also tonight, UL versus MTU Cork, and then tomorrow it's GMIT versus TUS Midwest, formerly known as LIT, and NUIG are up against WIT in Dangan. Then the semis will work all that out later. But anyway, send me your messages, comments if you like on Facebook, and I'll try to read them out as we go. We have a big audience already in for this game. They are really in the know, because, you know, Fitzgibbon hurling sometimes is just sensational. And when it comes down to the nitty gritty, that's when it's really sensational. So those are people in the know. Mick McKenna has commented on Facebook. He says, turn up the volume. Well, look, we've had all sorts of music here the last half hour. You all ready for this? And it's going to be a good night. All that kind of stuff. Getting the atmosphere going. Crowd are loving it. A little bit of a drizzle out there, but not too much. And I would say perfect conditions for a great game of hurling. Jason Mannix says best of luck to Owen Roach. So that's one of the players, and that means that we're getting close to the game, because I'm now going to give you the players. There's still people coming through the gate, by the way. There's the UCC players coming in for their huddle, but down to the left of the stand I can see lots of people still coming in for this. Big crowd for this game. UCC getting ready with their management. Tom Kingston, of course, is in there with Ray Delaney, Peter Cody, Wesley O'Brien and Jermid Lester. Cian O'Brien wants a shout out to the lads in Gold Street. Come on, the college. And Eamon Ryan Hamden says hello from New Haven Club in Connecticut, USA. You're very welcome. I've been there Galway man running the show for a long time out there. Lots of great people out there, an amazing club and an amazing story out there. Right, let's go to the teams quick. IT Carlow in goals, Adam Howland. Number 2, Fergal Hayes. 3, Podge Delaney. 4, Aidan Redmond. 5, Tom Doyle. 6, Jerry Kelly. 7, Jack Roach. 8, Cahill Dunbar. 9, Cian Kenny. 10, Owen Gahan. 11, Marty Kavanagh. 12, Seamus Casey. 13, Rory Higgins. 14, Chris Nolan. And 15, Thomas Keys. As I say, that's the 15 we've been given. I'm not absolutely sure that that's the way it's going to be, but we'll find out very shortly. Adam Flanagan wants a shout out as well to other boys watching the game, and Tommy wants, he says, up UCC. And Jerry Kelly out there at number 6 from Borrisolee and Tip is one to watch certainly tonight. Of course, they're very strong up the spine. Referee getting ready to throw this in, but half the people aren't even off the pitch and the boys are in there already. The hurleys aren't behind the goals, and the umpires, well, the umpires are in place actually, so we might get a start here. So I'll have to go with that, and then I'll give you the UCC team in just a minute. And we are off. Here we go. It's Thomas Walsh throwing the slither in, and we are off and running in this Fitzgibbon Cup quarter final. UCC in the red and black, of course, that famous tradition that I was telling you about, and this one is going to drop in and around the D area. And we expect it to be high scoring because these guys can score from just about anywhere, and it's not the biggest of pitches. They might come back and tell me, well, actually it's the same size. Sometimes it can be deceptive, but there's a 21 out there for UCC already that I've noticed. That's Padraig Power from Blarney, and I'm not surprised at that because he scored 1-6 from play already in the competition, so he is starting tonight. Now, this is Connor Boylan getting it into the play, but IT Carlow looking sharp in these early exchanges and looking hungry as you would expect. They're the home team. And there's a man down, but the referee says it's okay. Hurl on the ground and Boylan is down as well, but he says play on. This referee won't be giving anything easy, and there's 17. That's Jason Clear for IT Carlow, so he's obviously a change as well. And 17 for UCC is in there. That's Robert Downey from Glen Rovers. So a few changes to the 15, as in numbers beyond 15 in there. Is this the first score of the game? Drops over the bar, really well taken. He gives the fist pump from distance, left-sided. Good start for IT Carlow. They get the first score of the game, and already we're back in the play. There's no messing around. Brilliant catch there, and of course it is Connor Bowe in there who got it, trying to get a reply right away, but he doesn't manage to get it. Goes to the left and wide, but 1 point and no score. Actually, I'm looking at the scoreboard on the ground here, and they haven't given any scores so far, so I wonder, is it still actually no score to no score? No, it is now on 1 point. 1 point to no score for IT Carlow, as we suspected. They just took a minute. Number 25 is here on the side as well, just getting the ball now, as you see in the picture. That's for UCC. We're given a panel, and 25 is Dara O'Leary from Watergrass Hill. Just rearranging my headphone here. Sorry if you hear any crackling. A couple of sweepers in there, or at least one anyway, for IT Carlow, and that went down to throw it off the sweeper, and that's number 4, Aidan Redmond from Rathmuir in Wexford. So that was a little bit easy for him. Maybe say something about the way the two teams will be playing this one. Leaving 1 or 2 players deep, making sure there's no goals conceded. This is Owen Gahan from Camross in Laois, but he loses his way a little bit in there, and eventually the decision goes to the Cork College. Number 33 in there as well for UCCSC as well. I think I stopped writing them down when I got to about 24, but I have got the list here. It's going to be a Carlow ball easily enough. And 33 is Cormac O'Brien from Newton Chandram. So he's in there as well. I was going to give you the 15 for UCC, but seems almost pointless because there's so many changes. But I'll do my best in a minute. And yeah, it's looking like it could be defences on top. 1 or 2 extra players being left back in there. 20 is in for UCC as well. That's Irla Daly from Lismore, County Waterford. Now, This is the full forward. This is Chris Nolan. Bats it down to himself. Scored 1-8 from play already in the competition. That is one of the best in the competition, but this time he's trying to lay it off. Doesn't quite work though. And that is Boylan trying to be close but not fouling, and he's managing to do that. And the break now is by Ronan Connolly, the number 5 from Adair. The problem is when they just launch it, there are a lot of Carlow men back there. I see a lot of lime green jerseys off to the left off camera. Now, who is going to get through? Oh, he's going right through the middle. I thought he was going to look to pass, but instead the man from Watergrass Hill on the stick. Oh my goodness, that's brilliant skill, but is he going to get any further? No, he's not. He's going to have to come back. He releases it, and in the end, O'Brien's great run came to nothing. Now, this is number 12, Mark Keogh, one of their outstanding players, and he goes for that from distance, and that's given, although I have to say from here I wasn't too sure. It's very hard to see when it goes up there. It looked a little bit right to me, I have to say, but given anyway. First point of the game to UCC, 1 point apiece. And Keogh, of course, there's a hold up by the way because there's an injury. That's why the ball is not being pucked out. But Keogh, 113 from play in the competition so far, which is the highest. So that's not counting frees or 65s, highest from play, and there's another one for him. So Keogh is up to 114. So let's go through the UCC team as I know it. Ian Butler, number 1. 2, Jerome Boylan, he's definitely out there. 3, Niall O'Leary. 4, Killian O'Dwyer. 5, Ronan Connolly, he's definitely out there. 6 is Tommy O'Connell from Middleton. 7, Dara Connery. 8, Conor Cahalan. 9, Ger Mellerick. 10, Conor Boylan. 11, William Henn. 12, Mark Keogh. 13, Conor Bowe. 14, Shane Barrett. And 15, Jack O'Connor. But as I've already explained, there's a 33 out there, and a 20 and a 25. So I'll identify them as we go and try and figure out who's not out there. Niall O'Leary definitely is out there. That's the man from Castle Lyons, and he has launched it in towards Keogh, but he's outnumbered there, and that is going to be the problem, and that has been the pattern so far for the forwards. Let's see what Carlow can do though. There's a big, deep, long ball. Oh, he's got his hand to it, and the keeper has come out, and the referee lets that go. There's obviously a cheer from the crowd there. They were expecting more, but the referee very calmly and casually had nothing to do with that. Cahill Dunbar, number 8, and it's now over the bar. They do get a point at the end of that, but very interesting tactic. The direct ball in there, and we do know that Chris Nolan is very capable of winning his own ball in there, and Carlow like to put that direct ball in there when they can, and it very nearly worked, and the crowd wanted a little bit more. They didn't get it. There's a 26 over there on the far side for IT Carlow, I think, just running away. So there's another one that's in. That's Niall Brassel, or is it Brasil? From James Stevenson, Kilkenny, of course. That's not too big a surprise that he's in there. So the game just settling down after the first 6-7 minutes. No fireworks just yet. Nearly a little bit of drama there, but look at the amount of lime green shirts there back at. Sorry to repeat myself, but it's just quite obvious that they've got so many men back there. They're playing very careful, and then they're relying on this kind of ball and getting a little bit of support in and around Nolan, and he does well to get it through, but it's going to be dealt with in there, or is it? No, it's gone over the line actually. He made a bit of a mess of that, and it was 17 in there. Robert Downey from Glen Rovers trying to get the ball from under his feet, and in the end it is a 65 to UCC. Just checking all the time on your messages and comments on Facebook. Plenty as well on YouTube, because we're going out on YouTube as well, so you can leave a message on the chat there. Marty Kavanagh scored 1-8 from play. And there's another one. Kavanagh doesn't miss easy ones like that, and it's 2 points to 1 for Carlow. Big crowd here Not making too much noise at the minute. They're just waiting for the drama to start. Nice turning and twisting there by Marquio. Has he got the second for his team? And it has dropped over the bar. 2 for Keogh, 2 for UCC. You see it again there. So it's one off his right side and one off his left side. They go short this time. That's Howland out to Aidan Redmond. He's given a lot of room there, but doesn't hang around and puts it deep into enemy territory in the corner. Man went down there again. That's the second time the Carlow man under the ball has gone down, and the referee is now going to give treatment because he looks to be in a little bit of distress there. So referee Thomas Walsh wisely holding up the play. So on Facebook, shout out to Owen Power, and a few other messages coming in. And on the live chat on YouTube, plenty of messages coming in there as well. And I will get to those messages when I can, and your comments, as long as they are readable. So elsewhere tonight, the other quarter-final being played tonight, UL against MTU Cork. And the winners of that one will play the winners of this one. Now sadly, after only 10 minutes of the game, Carlow are being forced into a substitution. 18 Brandon McGinley is coming on, and that's a sad sight. The Carlow man having to come off after only 10 minutes. He's done something in there that he knows means that he can't continue. The game continues though, and it's UCC on the attack in there, trying to get an even break in there, but it's well defended. And now this is 26 for IT Carlow, and 26 is Brassel that I was mentioning. So he cleared that in the end, and there might be a point as a result. Nicely taken, shortened the stick, put it over from distance, and that is the 26 involved in that move. UCC looking to reply immediately. Goalkeeper very quick to get that one out, and this is Conor Catalan from the bars. He puts it in there, but it goes harmlessly wide. Carlow lead 3-2. Tough one for IT Carlow's Marty Kavanagh having to come off. That's a huge blow to them, one of their key men from St Mullins and Carlow, and he looks a dejected figure. Lovely bit of play, and speeding away now is Seamus Casey. The Wexford man comes back inside, picks out a great pass because he gives it to Nolan, and he doesn't waste any time in putting it over the black spot. Great score, and they seem to have reacted to losing Marty Kavanagh in the best possible way, and maybe it's lifted them a little bit. They've given a little bit of extra effort there, and they've now gone into a 4-2 lead. That one skimmed off a hand and a stick, I think, and all those balls are being picked up by the IT Carlow defence, always in there. Nice little bit of play there by Casey, but he just ran out of room. Another strong appeal from the home crowd, and this time they get the decision. We're up to 1,300 watching on YouTube. Big crowd on Facebook as well. Lots of devices tuned in there to the game, and that shows you the interest in this. We're giving you a choice of places to watch the game tonight, as that one goes over to make it 4-5 rather to 3 from Casey. So you can actually watch it on YouTube, you can watch it on GA Higher Education Facebook, and you can watch it on Twitter as well. So it's on all of your devices and platforms that you could imagine. UCC trying to respond. 3 points down, and there's another wide for them. That'll be a concern to their management. That's a couple of tame ones. We've seen what Carlow like to do. They get the ball to this area and then they launch it long, high, direct, trying to get a break. They don't have Kavanagh in there, but they do have Nolan, and now they do have the number 18 Brandon McGinley as well, but this one comes right back at them. Oh, sharp defending there, but no. Number 12 Mark Yo has got it, and in the end he's outnumbered, but just for a moment it looked like he might get through. Looked like he might get a run on goal, but not so. Both teams being a little bit inaccurate in their distribution. And to be fair, Carlow, they were just trying to launch it high and hope for the best, but that one was more directed, but went straight to a UCC defender. It's Carlow trying to be disciplined. A nice little sidestep there by Conor Boylan. He comes inside and he gets his free there, the man from Napiershig in Limerick, and that should bring it back to 5-3 coming up to the 15th minute of the game. No water breaks, of course. They've gone. Although we've done a few games in ladies football recently and they're still in that, but definitely not here tonight. So a little bit quiet and understated so far. As I say, no real drama as yet. Carlow just edging ahead in the first quarter, and the big line, I suppose, is that they've lost their talisman, Marty Kavanagh. That's a big blow to them. 6 points to 3 now for Carlow. Adam Howland, the goalkeeper from Shelmaliers in Wexford. 16 minutes gone. This one's dropping towards Dunbar. He might still get there, and yeah, I was going to say it was a lovely pick up, but he didn't actually manage to pick it up, and that's why they're now all scrambling for it in there. A little bit of drizzle, but other than that the conditions not too bad, and that's good work there. But the captain actually of UCC, the number 2 Jerome Boylan, was all the way up there, so obviously not playing in a traditional cornerback position. Chris Nolan now. He's looked lively, he's looked dangerous, he's looked fast, he's looked skillful as well, and he's playing really well. Onto his left foot or left side. Oh, and that's ended up in the net. It is, you know. Oh, the goalkeeper looks stunned, but almost out of nothing. Rory Higgins says that's a goal. Don't even think about ruling that out. From Rathmuir in Wexford. Well, it was made by Chris Nolan, and I think he just put it in there out of hope more than anything else, but boy, Higgins did brilliantly. That's livened things up. 1-6-3, and now there's 6 points in it. UCC need to waken up. They're trying to get a point in response right away. They've got one, back down to 5. Bit of a buzz in the crowd there, but nothing too crazy. They know it's early days. They know they're up against UCC, and 5 points in hurling ain't going to win you the match at this point. But it's a good position for the host team and the host university. Or college, actually, should I say. That's nice play by Mark Keogh, and as he managed to get it, he's so dangerous in there. He doesn't need much room. He just latched onto that, and that's his 3rd score of the game, and it's UCC's 5th. So from 6 down to 4 in a matter of about a minute. Carlow will have big hopes, of course, since they're hosting, and if they get Owen Cody back as well. He's named in their extended panel. Told me back at the launch and the draw here a while back that he was mad to play in the Fitzgibbon, and of course he's got Ballyhale commitments, but what a bonus it would be if they get through and had him. Only 2 men have ever won Young Hurler of the Year twice, and he's one of them. And Carlow tonight playing without him. Now here's a chance for UCC to get back to 3. That's Downey. Has he managed to get it? No. Tough one from all the way out there. It remains 4 in it. So Howland, where's he going this time? He's favoured this side, and he's come down the near side to us again. Oh, that's brilliantly picked up there, and that is Higgins who got the goal. He's got a bit of support there from Casey if he needs him. He does need him, and he does use him, and he slots it over expertly. Hurling is so simple when it works like that. Sharpest to the break, slick play, fine point. Now it's UCC's turn to go short, and they nearly run into trouble. In fact, they might still be in trouble here because they've lost it, and there could be a goal on here. A second goal in the game. Oh, and it's brilliantly defended though. That's great work by Niall O'Leary, the fullback from Castle Lyons. Redeemed himself there brilliantly for UCC. Otherwise, they could have found themselves a long way back. There's already 5 in it. That could have been 8 points in it, but the threat is definitely there, and that's why IT Carlow are putting the ball in there direct as much as they can. They have good, dangerous forwards in there, even with Marty Kavanagh off the field and even with no Owen Cody. Carlow have their tails up, going for a second score, and he shortens the stick a little bit. The hook was coming in, but he still managed to get it over the bar. And he gives a little bit of a fist pump as well, and a little bit of encouragement to the rest of his team, and says, come on, we can do this. Great point by Cian Kenny, the man from James Stevens in Kilkenny. It's all IT Carlow at the minute. Oh, and that's beautifully taken as well, and the ball came in from Cathal Dunbar and was put over by Chris Nolan, and that's classy, slick play from the home team. Their engine is purring beautifully. It's 1-9 to 5 points after 20 minutes, and the home crowd approve. UCC need to respond. They're trying to respond, but that's a clear free there to them. So big audience on Facebook and on YouTube watching the game. I hope you're enjoying the coverage. And tomorrow we'll have another live stream for you, and that one from Dangan. So we'll be making our way down to Galway for the game tomorrow. And that one is NUIG at home to WIT. The game in the afternoon is at Carnmore. That's GMIT against TUS Midwest. So it's quarter-final time. A little bit of a hold-up here because the referee went in to speak to one of his umpires. Point for UCC, brings it back to a 6-point game. Howland taking his time. This time it's UCC quickest on the break with Conor Boyle, and that's good work by him, and he gets it. And that's going to go tamely to the right. That's disappointing for UCC, the effort from Dara O'Leary. He's from Watergrass Hill, and the 33 I mentioned, Cormac O'Brien, Newton Chandram, just to be clear about those clubs. That's where they're from, famous hurling country. Newton Chandram, the O'Connors of course, Ben and Jerry, or Jerry and Ben, whichever you like. And there's the captain for UCC doing good work in there. That's Jerome Boylan, and help also from Ger Mellerick. There's a tough challenge going in there, and he didn't appreciate that. Irla Daly from Lismore, but he's got us free. UCC's main threat is obviously Mark Keogh at the minute. He's got some great scores from play, but they're not getting too many scores from the rest of the team. Serious distance out here in his own half, but right in the centre. And has he got the distance and the accuracy? Shane Barrett from Blarney. He has. 1-9 plays 7. Now he's dropped most of these around the right hand side, and that's where the players are running to at the moment, but he actually goes the other direction now. No, it doesn't. It ends up around here. I think that bounced off a helmet. But it's Cathal Dunbar who's profiting, and he's looking to dart through, and he gives that one straight to Daly. So UCC have it, working it out slowly. Not going for the direct approach that Carlow have been employing, but that's good strong play as well. And Conor Boylan now on his left side in front of the posts, and he doesn't miss. That's good work by UCC, capitalising on that wayward pass, and they bring it back to a 4-point game. Now, I wonder where Howland's thinking of going this time. He has gone down the right all of the time, and I do believe he's doing it again. And he is. And obviously the target is Nolan, but he gets surrounded in there, and that's a little incident kicking off over the line there, and the referee already blowing his whistle. Challenge went in, and Mahmoud over the line. And Nolan is complaining that his helmet was interfered with. You can clearly see what he's claiming in there. The referee will come over and try to calm it down. And Nolan is going, I think, looking for a replacement helmet. And the referee is talking to Cian Kenny, Kilkenny man, and he gets a yellow card. You see it here again. The challenge going in, and Boylan flattened over the line, and the referee shows his card, and he's now talking to his linesperson, and they're going to get a little bit of peace here, and Boylan is trying to get his word in as well. I was saying we haven't had too much drama in the first half, but now there is a fair bit of drama right down in front of the stand here. Referee Thomas Walsh from 4 Mile Water in Waterford. And on the line, David Hughes from Carlow, and standby is Pod O'Dwyer from Carlow. And the referee is now asking for a Carlow man to come over to him. I'm not quite sure which one it is, and there's a lot of finger pointing and a little bit of barging going on. And there's another one, and that's Boylan, who's been definitely not happy with Nolan. This is certainly going to add an edge to the game. The officials doing their best to calm it down, and to be fair, so is everyone else on the line. There's still a debate going on, and the linesperson is definitely pointing to someone that he wants the referee to talk to. He has blown a whistle before and asked for the player, but the player has not been forthcoming, so he's asking again. I wonder who it is. And it's a UCC man, and it's their number 21, and that's Irla Daly, and he's been given a red, straight red. Home crowd obviously approve, and obviously the linesperson saw something there and was very unhappy with it, and it's a red card. And the Reds have got a red, and they're down to 14, and you can see instantly the effect that has had on the game. It's game on now. We've gone up a few gears. The crowd are also wakening up. This is IT Carlow on the attack though, and they are going to get a free, and you hear the cheer. That's the biggest cheer we've had so far, apart from maybe the red card. But IT Carlow now a man up and 4 points up. Home crowd very happy with the way things are going now. Crowd still buzzing over what happened in the last few minutes there. Unfortunately, it wasn't a skill in the game, it was a red card, but it might lead to, shall we say, a more interesting game, or certainly played at a higher pace than before. 29th minute of the first half. 4-point game could become a 5-point game for the team already. A man up and 4 up, and they now go 5 up. Now, UCC, a little bit more room for Carlow with the extra player. So the 14 are going to have to work a little bit harder. But IT Carlow could turn the screw now. That's a lovely low ball into the forwards this time for a change, and it nearly got there, but was well defended actually by Niall O'Leary. And that one goes just wide. Howland now. He'll notice the difference. It'll be easier to get those short ones out, and then they go for this ball. He didn't connect too cleanly there, though. It didn't go as far as I would imagine they would have wanted. Dunbar is in there, of course, and tries to get it in hand, but actually it's stolen. And that's real good pickpocketing there for UCC. And it's Darragh O'Leary from Watergrass Hill, and he gets the free in the end. Conceded by Dunbar. This is Shane Barrett. Very handy from the frees and the 65s. Takes his time. You can see there's a bit of a breeze here, but nothing too significant, and certainly wouldn't bother a free taker of his ability. And as I say that, he just puts it slightly to the right. Nothing with the wind, just a little bit of bad fortune, but it means that it's 110 to 8, and it's 5 points in it. And Howland predictably goes short with the puck out, but UCC get that back right away. And has he got it from there? No, he hasn't. So UCC doing their best to try and get back into this game. That's a couple of wides though. Short one again, and they just don't have the numbers to press really tightly on that one. So that's going to give a lot of possession to IT Carlow. Or even more possession. This is good work by Casey, and the Wexford man is away again. And he scores again. Their forwards are very clinical when they get a little bit of space. UCC 6 down. Coming up to half time. And that's Daly trying to burst through. And there you see the effect of the red card as well. They were playing defensively anyway, but they now almost have no one up there. Oh, a definite pull on the jersey there. That was a little bit obvious. Niall O'Leary, though, didn't bother him. Gets it back to his goalkeeper, Ian Butler from Kildorrery. I'm reading on Facebook that it's his 23rd birthday today, but sometimes people say that and it's not true. So I'll not go too far with that, but it's not going too well for him here on his birthday, if it is his birthday. This is the centre half back, Jerry Kelly, tip man from Borrisoleigh. This is Fergal Hayes, another tip man. Turns inside, glides past his man and tries to play it in low to the forwards. There's a stick goes flying. It's all happening here at IT Carlow now, and it's all happening for the home team, and Nolan there is patiently waiting for it. Now he gets it. Nolan tries to burst through. Oh, lovely little skill there by him, and tries to get it away, but it's blocked down. And that was blocked down by Cormac O'Brien. And UCC survive on this occasion. This is Jeremy Mallorik. UCC definitely not playing the direct approach, but then why would you? Because they've only got one player actually within the 45 at the other end. Now there's a man down over on that far side, and people are getting very agitated over there. I didn't see what happened to myself. Yeah, I'm looking at the pictures now, and we might even get a replay, but we will try to see. There you go, have another look. Happened a little bit quick for me there, trying to have a look at it now, and we'll share that with you if we can. But definitely a UCC man down, and definitely on the far side very unhappy people. And you see the lines person in talking to the referee again, and we've seen the effect of that so far. The referee not afraid to act on that. Looks like a sore forearm or wrist area there. Might have been a slap from the hurl. And the referee is pointing a finger and calling an IT Carlow man towards him. I wonder, is this going to level things up? We've already had one man sent off, and it's 26 for IT Carlow, and that is Niall Brassel from James Stevens in Kilkenny. Just a yellow. That'll be a relief to Carlow. Good work again by the officials here. You often hear of accusations of people saying, oh, he levelled it up. Well, they're just going by what they saw. And that's good officiating. Bang on halfway, just over to the right a little bit. UCC chance here. 6 points down. They'd like to obviously narrow the gap just before the break. But that one you can tell right away it was going to the right and wide, and the referee now blows for half time. And as you hear, the home crowd approve. Their team goes in a point up, a man up rather, and 6 points up. Even better. And UCC actually going round to the right, so they're not going down the tunnel with them. They're going right over to the right there. Haven't seen that before here in IT Carlow, but they have gone off to the right for their break. We will take a break in a minute too, but I'm just going to check here and see if there's any other comments from you. And lots of people watching on Facebook enjoying the game. Good to see that, and a big audience as well. 1,500 watching now on YouTube in addition to that crowd. So lots of people watching, and we hope that you all enjoy it. One person is asking, anyone know why Marty Kavanagh has gone off? He went off after 10 minutes. He went down, and there was no injury, no foul that we could see, but he just ended up on the ground, and unfortunately he didn't get back up, and it looked like a sort of an injury he'd carried and an aggravated, and just wasn't able to continue. So that's cleared that up for you. Lots of kids going out at half time to get a puck around there. Good buzz around the place. Lots of expectancy. IT Carlow looking to try to get into the semi-finals and claim a huge scalp here tonight. We'll find out in the second half. Please come back to us. You won't miss a thing right here. Off and running for the second half. And as you can hear, I have been running. But we are back with you. I was down to pitch side actually. And I'll give you an update on conditions there in a moment. First score of the second half. Or has it gone to the left? Oh, it's just gone to the left from Nolan, I think it was. Oh, that's intercepted. Still a chance though. And the referee says over carrying against McGinley. UCC have it all to do in the second half. Took a long time in the dressing rooms, as did IT Carlow. And they've come back out to rain falling quite heavily actually. During halftime it was hardly noticeable. Right at the end it got heavier, so that'll affect the conditions out there. Another wide. Pitch though very firm here, excellent pitch in IT Carlow. You can see the rain there in the shots, sort of going from right to left or maybe into the far right corner. But certainly has picked up a lot, making it a bit difficult for the players. And as you see there, hard to get your hand on the ball, and then the players sliding as well, resulting in a point for the home team. Stretch their lead to 7. First score of the second half, and it's only 2 minutes, but it has been all IT Carlow. UCC need to pick off the points and try and get a wee goal in there and try and get in behind and leave it to the likes of Keogh. He's the danger man and he's trying to do it all himself and nearly does it all himself, but just doesn't connect. And Adam Howland from Shelmaliers in Wexford was able to deal with that. You were waiting for it to ripple the net, but he just didn't connect. But you see there that the onus is going to be on the likes of Keogh, and he's the man who's happy to take responsibility, and he got through there, just didn't connect. You can see the wind carrying the sheets of rain across the top of the shot there. No problem though to Carlow. The handling and stick play on that far side quite good, but then he slips, and that is probably the effect of the rain. And Ronan Connolly from Adair nips in there, and there's a man down there for UCC. This is better from University College Cork. This is Keogh. The yellow helmet, he's come out quite a way and put it back in though, and Connolly is on it again, and that is Connolly, and leaves it off to Keogh. Those two trying their very best, but you can see they're toiling in difficult slippery conditions in there, trying to get a bit of play together. And the referee quick to show a card there actually to Jerry Kelly. He obviously saw something in the move just before that, and that's what he's making clear to the man from Borrisalee. And that's Barrett who's coming over to take it and needs a towel. And I think he's been sent off. Did he get a yellow earlier on in the first half? It looks like we're now down to 14 men apiece, and we are. He's walking over towards the stand in front of us, and IT Carlow have had a blow at the start of the second half. They're 7 points up. They were a man up and almost out of nothing, and he's disgusted, absolutely disgusted. But the ball goes over the bar and it's back to 6, and we're back to 14 against 14 as well. And the Tipperary man has been sensationally sent off in the first 5 minutes of the second half. He's protesting his innocence, and we are now 14 against 14. Brilliantly taken by Nolan. That's good work by Ger Mallorik, the number 9 for UCC. This is Dara Connery from the Piercing in Cork. Goes for the crossfield option. Tries to bring Barrett into the play. They're way over in the dark, misty side of the ground on this rainy night here in Carlow in early February. UCC throwing a bit of a lifeline there, 15 against 14, but it's back to 14-14 and a 6-point game as well. And you can see there how keenly contested the game is being, as always. It's a Fitzgibbon Cup. It's the Electric Ireland, and it is electric, and that is Nolan there. Oh, that is absolute class. Economy of effort, brilliant skill there. Just turned, flicked at it, and got amazing power and put it over the bar. And you see it again. Oh, that's class. Under a little bit of pressure, shortened the stick a little bit, whack, over the bar. Back to a 7-point lead for the home team. UCC looking for their captain, Jerome Boylan, and he does well. To Connolly. This is much better now because Mellerick has it. And Mellerick is surrounded, but he still has it, and he comes back to the captain. From the Piercig in Limerick. I've said that a few times because there's 3 of them on the 15. This is Mark Keogh again. And he gets an effort at the posts, and it goes to the left and wide. Slither drops out of the rainy sky, and now it's UCC who seem to have the extra men, but of course it's 15 each, 14 each. One man sent off for each team. Conor Cahalan for UCC speeding forward, and he's tripped there, so it's going to be a free and good chance for them to get a point back. You see a replay of it now. They stick flying in, and then definitely a little tug there by Aidan Redmond, who's from Rathmuir in Wexford, same club actually as the corner forward Rory Higgins, who got the goal in the first half, which has certainly put daylight between the teams when you look at the scoreboard as it is now. Good bit of opportunism by him getting in there. So 37 minutes. 6-point game becomes a 5-point game. UCC are not dead yet. One man off for each team, and a substitution as well actually by IT Carlow. Brandon McGinley has come off. I'll try and spot the sub who's come on. It's quite difficult to actually see the white numbers on the lime green backs, but I will try and pick that up for you in a minute. It's quite tricky as well because there's so many numbers beyond the 15 who started the game. But DJ Kerry making a few moves down there on the sideline for his team, and maybe in reaction to that red card. UCC's full forward Shane Barrett now from Blarney makes a little bit of room for himself, and has he slotted that one over? No, he's just put it wide. They've definitely won the wide count, UCC, tonight, and they'll be disappointed with that. A little bit of barging going off the ball that I'm watching off camera. It involves the captain of UCC, Boylan, and Chris Nolan there having a right little ding-dong in there. So Boylan following him all the way. They obviously see Nolan as a danger man, especially with Marty Kavanagh off injured. But IT Carlow have a lot more than that. This is nice play coming forward, but in the end, oh, actually, it might come to something, and that was good work by Podge Delaney, the captain of IT Carlow, but in the end it did cop to nothing. Just thought they were going to get a lucky break in there. Look at the rain coming down there. You see it clear under the floodlights, and the rain certainly flooding the pitch, it looks like, at the minute. Now UCC trying to get another one back, and it's another wide for them, and they can afford to do that just at the minute, but they're going to need to get a little bit more accurate because they're 6 down and they're not closing that gap, and they're wasting possession. 10th minute of the second half. Sheets of rain coming down on the pitch here. UCC need to do something or they'll be going out of the 2022 Electric Ireland Fitzgibbon Cup. Trying their level best to get back into it though, and that's good play to get it into the forwards, but is it going to stick when it gets there? I don't think so, because it's good defending. Really good defending. Niall Brassel in there. Defenses on top at the minute. This is good work though, coming out of defence by Dara Connery. Met a little bit of trouble on the way, but nicely taken by Fergal Hayes. No quarter or given out there. He punches the air and says, come on, let's get stuck into these boys. That's Chris Nolan, taking no nonsense and winning his free. The man from Mount Leinster Rangers in Carlow. He's very useful around the edge of the square, but he's playing out around the middle a lot, trying to get his team going. The towel being used again, but at this stage now, even the towel is wet. Rain pouring down, and I'm watching the poor coaches on the sideline, and they're all getting absolutely drenched. Difficult conditions out there. Might suit Carlow if they can just negate things, but they also have a nice lead now of 7 points, and they've kept that 6 or 7 gap between the teams, and UCC haven't looked like bridging that, although they now do importantly have 14 men against 14 out there. Still time for them, plenty of time, and plenty of ability out there as well, but there you see how tricky it is for them. Conditions have considerably worsened in IT Carlow. Great pitch. It was out at half time. Firm ground, but it's just all that rain coming down incessantly now and making it very difficult for handling. That's Nolan well out the pitch. And is it going over? No, it drops, and there's a challenge on the keeper there, and the referee is going to let that go, but the keeper has gone down. A stiff challenge on him. And we were all a long way from that, and you see a stick flying there as well. Handling conditions very difficult. Temperature rising all the same. There you see a replay of what happened there, and it just dropped, and the goalkeeper getting it, and it was actually his own fullback Niall O'Leary who pushed the Carlow man into the goalkeeper that caused it. So referee spot on with his judgment on that one. Just checking on Facebook and on YouTube to see where you're all watching it. We're on Twitter as well, so you can watch it all over the place. So good crowd on Facebook, and an even more impressive crowd watching on YouTube. We're up to over 1,500 people watching there. So all in all, lots of interest in the game tonight. Now that one is dropping dangerously towards the goals. They're going to clear it though. Yeah, they're going to get it cleared. It was Connery who put it in there, but look where Nolan is now. Nearly pushed over the sideline, but he stays in. He's giving a superhuman performance tonight, even without the stick, but the referee says that that's over carrying, and you can tell DJ doesn't like that. The home crowd don't like it either. And you see a replay off it there, and I think he had a case, but maybe the referee had made his decision just before that. He'd carried too long. I've been told by a few people that number 2 for UCC is actually Killian O'Dwyer, so apologies for that if we've been given that incorrectly, but we were definitely given numbers with Killian O'Dwyer 4, Jerome Boylan 2. Oh, has he got it this time? Our camera's right behind it, and it's just inside the post, and that's a great point from Dara Connery from the Piercig in Cork. Same club as Sean O'Halpine. 114 plays 11, 6 points in it. 16 minutes left, 14 men apiece. Those are all the stats, but what's it all about now in the last 16 minutes? It's going to be about heart, it's about commitment, it's about putting the conditions to one side. It's about the Fitzgibbon Cup. Now, IT Carlow have an extra man back there, but the way to beat that is to hit it the diagonal ball so he can't get it. Don't hit it down the throat of the sweeper. They did that well, and Barrett came all the way out, but he took a while to get it because the ball's so slippy and tricky. I do believe he's put that over, though. That's a brilliant point. It wasn't Barrett who got it, but it was brilliantly put over from distance there, falling to the ground at the time. And that's a super score to get them back to a 5-point game, and that's the closest they have been in a while. More shenanigans, as we like to call it, off the ball here that I'm watching. And I'm sure the referee and his officials are watching it as well. And it's involving Thomas Keys this time, and 2, whether that's Boylan or O'Dwyer. Back with the play. It's coming down to the home straight. Oh, that's a brilliant burst. That's super play. He stole the ball, and has he got a score as well? You know he has. That's fantastic from Dunbar. The Wexford man with inspirational play. 115-12, 6 points up. UCC just can't get close to IT Carlow. It's getting to that stage where they might need to start going for goal, but they just can't get close enough. They're only getting the odd point up there. They're certainly not dominating. In fact, Carlow are having more of it, and that's played into the right corner of the attack. There's lots of room up there. Obviously, there's less players on the pitch, but they don't profit. Both defenses quite well organised. Difficult to play intricate play out there, which probably suits Carlow more. They have been favouring direct play more. Not all the time, but more. Dunbar is ambling over there to take that when they're going to slow it down. There's a man down. They're not in any rush. And one comment on YouTube says Chris Nolan is giving an exhibition. He certainly is. Skills and heart. Towels been sent in to dry the sticks. Some parts of the country, they don't like you calling them sticks. They like calling them hurls. Towels actually not just been used to clean the sticks, but clean the faces as well. That was Cian Kenny over there. And there you see the crowd in the stadium here. And it doesn't actually do it justice because you can't see from that angle. But there's a big, you're getting the idea now a little bit. Lots of people in here at this game in this big stand here. Fantastic crowd. And that shows the interest in the Electric Ireland Fitzgibbon Cup. So a bit of a hold up. Treatment for the injured player, and towels brought in as well. But nobody's throwing in the towel. 48th minute. No great urgency here for Carlow. They're quite happy to eat up the time if they can. Nice connection in the conditions. Towel did the job, and might even be a goal chance in here. They'll get in behind this, might kill it, and a challenge goes in there, and the referee says it's gone over the end line actually, and in the end you have to give credit to the challenge there by Daly from Lismore and UCC. Never mind trying to getting close to concede a goal at one end, they might score at the other. Now, can they get close to goal? Look who's up there. It's a fullback, Niall O'Leary, number 3, but he runs into a lime green wall. Carlow looking solid. Haven't conceded a goal in the entire game. And if they keep it that way, you would imagine they're going to win. That one goes to the right. IT Carlow, of course, lost to UCC in a Fitzgibbon final in 2019. And before that, they lost the final to Mary I. They've been knocking on the door in recent years. Oh, lovely little dummy to come inside, but conditions difficult. And the ball slips, and it's anybody's again. No, it's UCC's. That's Daly again. Now they've the chance to go long, so they do. Robert Downey from Glen Rovers, but there's 2 lime green jerseys there to 1 red. They're tight at the back. They're well organised, as you would expect from DJ Kerry's team. And it's also a team that have been around a few years. As I say, knocking on the door. They're well organised. Bit of an appeal there again for a card, but referee having none of it. Get on with the game. Towel being brought on again. The Towel man has been well tested tonight. His fitness is... Well, a towel isn't needed in the end after he did all that. Podge Delaney, the captain, says I don't need it. And the leash man in the yellow helmet over there under the rain. Puts it high, deep into Cork territory. And this challenge comes in there from Connery, knocking his man to the ground, and in the end there is a free given in for IT Carlow. They appeal. They're not going to get it turned over, and Connery disgusted. But it's a free in, and you see here again the first challenge actually was just before that, and then there's another one, and it actually looked like the two of them were hanging on to each other at that point. But definitely a free in, maybe from the start. It was the first challenge by Connery, and that stick now being cleaned. And if it does its job, it will be 7 points again for Carlow, where we're now into the last 10. Carlow, of course, have been here before. They've been in 2 finals, haven't never won the Fitzgibbon, so they're used to getting there. But it will still be a big scalp and a big deal to beat UCC in the quarterfinals of the 2022 Electric Ireland Fitzgibbon Cup, and that's the way it's looking at the minute. They're 7 points up, and UCC starting to ring the changes. Looks like a positional one. Trying to see who's off and who's on. They've actually moved Ronan Connolly, and they've also got William Henn in there. I think he's just come on, and he was named number 11, but I don't think he started the game, and it looks like he's come in now. That's a useful man to bring in from the Piercing in Limerick. Let's see if he can make an impact and save UCC late in this game. They need something a little bit special in the last 10 minutes. Free out. Well, you saw clearly what happened there. He says get up, never mind that, but he definitely flattened his man there after the decision had been made. Referee not concerned and says, well, he was holding the game up, so just bring it forward and get on with it here. We've got 10 minutes to go here, and we want the hurling to do the talking, and we want to see who wins it on the field. Now, I mentioned wastefulness for UCC. IT Carlow are dropping a lot in there and a lot wide as well in the last 5 or 6 minutes. They are keeping their lead of 7 points, 116-12, but neither side making any dent in that. That's the way it's been. This is Henn now with a good hand and turns and instantly puts it into the forwards. The forwards have been starved of ball in there, and that was a rather cynical challenge there and a rather obvious foul. And it was on Jack O'Connor, the number 15 from Sarsfields in Cork, and the man from Sars fouled, and that's definitely a card. And I can tell you, if it was Gaelic football, there would be people calling for a black. It's a yellow instead to Aidan Redmond. Free in, and Henn just to the left of the pillar. Slither behind the pillar, and it's now wide, I think that was. Yeah, it's gone wide. Great opportunity there for UCC to bring it back to 6. Missed. Howland gets it back into play, bounces off a few sticks, and Nolan is there, and he might profit here. They're already well in the lead. Oh, and he puts it wide, and that's one of the easiest chances he's had in the whole game, and that should have made it 8 points. As it is, UCC still very much alive. Game so fast here. Goalkeeper's getting the ball back into play very, very quickly, and it is back into play, but this is IT Carlow trying again with a crossfield ball from Brassel, and the stick goes to ground, and the referee blows and gives that free to UCC. Goalkeeper comes out to make himself available. That's Butler, Ian Butler from Kildorrery. And now route 1, direct ball in there. It's getting to that stage for UCC, especially in these conditions. You might as well get it in there and see if something breaks. But as I said before, the Carlow defence very sound Distribution not what it should be. Dunbar isn't able to collect it, and instead this is Simon Kennefick from Glen Rovers trying to do something, and now it's Downey. Can he get one on the board? He does, you know. Could have been 8 a minute ago, and instead it's down to 6. But we're also down to 5 minutes left. UCC running out of time. It's all a little bit muted here, despite the fact that Carlow, the home team, are winning and they're going to host the competition. They have that lead. It's not like they're coming from behind, so the crowd just not getting ahead of themselves. And maybe a little bit wary of UCC maybe doing something special in the last few minutes. Now, what can they do? Late in the game, UCC. We're going out of the competition if they don't do something in the next few minutes. But IT Carlow standing very firm in there, giving absolutely nothing away. .65 will be taken by Dara Connery. And everyone seems to be converging on the goal area. If UCC can sneak something here, it'll make for a grandstand finish. So has he got it over the bar or dropping in front? No, it's actually gone to the right, so it's neither. IT Carlow nearly over the line. 1:16 plays 13. 57 minutes played. And no real signs of a UCC late comeback here. William Henn involved there, but unable to find a man, and it's the lime green jerseys bursting through, and it's Dunbar who does well. And that's nicely taken. Sharp turn. Just gone to the right though. Good effort from Kenny, but just to the right. Keeper keeps it going. UCC keen to get on with the play. Keogh was well away from the danger area, but gets the ball in there, and he's looking for Boylan. But always in there, it seems to be 2 Carlow men for 1 Cork man. Free out to Carlow. Very impressive defensive performance by the home team. It definitely weathered the conditions. Elsewhere, in the other game tonight, UL 222, MTU Cork 119. So UL are through. And that means they will play IT Carlow if they come through this in the next few minutes in the semi-finals. Oh, that's dangerous, and there could be the icing on the cake here. There's a goal chance. Oh, and he got to it first, Dunbar, but wasn't able to get it on target. But I don't think they're going to need it. '59th minute. It's getting a little bit desperate now for UCC, but they might get something off this if they can capitalise, because Keogh was there. And for once they look to have men over there, but definitely a pull on the jersey. It's not much good to them at this point. A point isn't even much good to them. Daly is trying to get up and support, trying to give an option if they can take it quickly. A little bit of urgency in their play. Henn has it. Does he just take his point, or, well, they're 6 down. 60th minute. Is he going low? Is he going to try and do a TJ Reid? He is, you know. Goes just over. 5 in it. You can hear the relief in the crowd in front of us, the home crowd. 5 in it. Very little time left. Cian Kenny is making himself available on this side, but the ball goes the other side. UCC have it. Henn They throw it in there, but again, stout defending in there by Aidan Redmond this time. And this, you have to remember, without Marty Kavanagh, without Owen Cody, IT Carlow have certainly done the job tonight. And it looks like they're going to get over the line. They've been the better team, and they will get better, and they'll be certainly a big threat in this competition. They have never won it, remember, but they've been in the final twice. And it looks like they're in the semi-finals. We're now into added time, and they have that 6-point lead. Now, sorry if our view is spoiled a little bit there, but there's quite a few people just getting up in front of us there. 116 plays 14. No particular rush for IT Carlow. You see one umbrella up there. It's been very wet out there in the second half. Might have eased a little bit now, but it's been difficult all through the half. What a connection. The height they got on that one, and it might even end up in a score. They don't need it though, and it's UCC who need it. They need something on the break here. This is Connery, but it's been held up. Now he gets us free. Actually, it looks like Mallorik is over there, and he wasn't happy with the ball being held up. Now it's Connery. Now it goes long. It goes into the heart of the defence. It's desperate times for UCC. They're 6 down. Can they get a score? No. Brilliant defending once again. They've been rock solid in there. As we go into the 63rd minute. The ball goes over the line. It's going to be a UCC ball. But unless they get 2 goals and get them quick, they are going out of the competition. You can't even hold on to the ball for more than 10 seconds, it seems, at the minute, because IT Carlow are just so strong all over the pitch. And it just keeps coming right back in there, and he might even finish this off. Oh, lovely move. Is it the icing on the cake? Oh, brilliant save right at the death by the goalkeeper, Ian Butler from Kildorrery. Super save, but he might have to do it again. He does it again. 2 brilliant saves by the goalkeeper right at the finish. Doesn't matter in the end in terms of the result, but that is very, very impressive goalkeeping. Going to come out for a 65, and again there's an air of resignation in the air from UCC. They know the game is up. There's no time to turn this around. They're hanging on in there at the minute, it has to be said, and they're not really causing a big threat at the other end. Seamus Casey, the Wexford man, out there taking his time. Right in the centre, drills it high and accurately to make it a 7-point game. That seals it, the icing on the cake. The cheer goes up from the home crowd. DJ Carey pumps the air with both fists. They have beaten UCC in the 2022 Electric Ireland Fitzgibbon Cup. They fully deserved it. And now, as the home crowd stand up in front of our cameras here, you can just see beyond them there onto the pitch, and they are very happy because they have won this and they go forward into the semi-finals, and they will play UL in those semi-finals. The other semi-final will be sorted out tomorrow. We'll have more live stream coverage for you tomorrow on that one, but for now it's a victory for IT Carlow. They go forward. They have Owen Cody to come back. They have Marty Kavanagh maybe to come back from injury as well. They have never won the Fitzgibbon. This could be their year, especially as they're hosting the final right here. Let's see in the next few weeks, but for now, they are the first, well no, UL were the first team. They're the second team into the semi-finals. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage from IT Carlow. It's good evening.